Hello and welcome to Fox News Tonight, and I'm Joey Jones. As Republicans fight themselves over a fraction of the money our government spends in a year, it's important to put all of this into perspective. If the bill can only limit 11% or discretionary portion of the budget, what is the other 89% spent on? The lion's share of your money the government spends every year is codified as mandatory, meaning there's no review process, no checks and balances, just a blank check and no balancing the checkbook. We live in a society where laziness and obesity can qualify you for a disability check from the government, paid for by us, working Americans. In fact, nearly 2/3 of the money spent by our government last year went to social welfare programs. According to Democrats like Congresswoman Sheila McCormick of Florida, to even mention challenging these programs is to be heartless and void of empathy. But when someone chooses getting high over being a father to his children, what pity is he owed? When a woman uses her chronic sprained ankle to stay on Social Security disability, is she an invalid or using discomfort to scam the system? Or when the son of a vice president spends his time and money on hookers and blow, is he an addict in need or simply a rotten soul? The left tells us we should pity everyone who might have been dealt a bad hand. Okay, that's fair enough. But who hasn't? How many hardworking, well-employed Americans have cancer? How many fathers raise their children while digging out of a financial ruin? How many Americans lose everything they own in a disaster, lose their children in a tragedy, and almost lose their sanity through it all? You see, all of those things are affecting people around us every single day. But you don't know it because they don't show it. They work hard. They struggle. They fulfill their responsibilities and get through it. Those are the people I pity, but they're also the ones I admire. Life isn't fair. Fair is when you give a blue ribbon to a pig. Life is cruel and hard and constant and worth it. Why should I pity someone who's let every obstacle in their life just stop them from even taking care of themselves? Someone who's indulged in debauchery to the point that their family left them. A sex offender. A habitual addict who refuses help. Why does my money fund their ruin? And let me tell you, let me be clear, I don't just pontificate on this from some ivory tower. No, you see, I learned it the hard way from my single wide trailer. My dad was an alcoholic. My mom was abused as a young child. She conceived my sister her wedding night at the age of 15. By her 20s, she was that single mom struggling with addiction. But my dad was also a brick mason, and my mom cleaned other people's houses. They never once in all their struggles, both self-imposed and circumstantial, stopped believing in the dignity of their work and the responsibility they had to themselves, each other, and most importantly, their children. You see, that is the very least as a society we should expect from our fellow citizens. And that's exactly what Republicans are fighting each other for, and Democrats are arguing against. Kevin McCarthy added work requirements to this bill, and Democrats are losing their mind over it.
I mean, there are a lot of people who can't work for a variety of reasons, but who don't deserve to be held hostage again to work requirements.
These work requirements are designed to punish people who need help.
One of their major demands is work requirements, and they won't even show up to do their own damn job.
So the notion that they want to now lecture us in the context of trying to avoid a default about so-called work requirements is extreme and irresponsible.
Terrible policy, absolutely terrible policy.
It is a disgrace. It is a shame. Speaker McCarthy tried living on SNAP for a week before screwing over poor people.
Poor people, those people. So where are Democrats on this? Well, they're in Seattle and San Francisco handing out crack pipes and saying things like, well, not everyone wants to work for a living, like it's a civil right to be lazy and drugged out of our minds. California Governor Gavin Newsom gave us some great insight into his party's view on this.
Clean and sober is one of the biggest damn mistakes this country's ever made. I know it's a hold your hand idealistic point of view that somehow magically, I mean, God bless some of you. If you're like me, I've been known to have a glass of wine at night watching some of the nightly news. We all need to self-medicate periodically.
Yeah. So as Republicans fight over how much of this sliver of a budget could be reined in, Democrats sit back and watch the debt ceiling climb higher than a Californian on crack camping on a schoolyard playground, drawing a check from the government. With all of their talk of respecting someone's identity, they show complete disregard for someone's dignity. The dignity of self-respect, only found through hard work, completely escapes them. The kind of dignity you get when you go to work before the sun rises, work until it sets, and rest just enough to do it again tomorrow. The kind of dignity and pride you feel when you start a family and fulfill your responsibilities to them by the sweat of your brow. To watch them become the first in their entire lineage to graduate college or even high school, like the dignity my dad felt when he watched me do just that. Hard work, skilled hands, and mutually assured responsibility built this country, but drug ghettos and government handouts might well ruin it. But know this, and I speak to all of you right now, no matter how you come into this world, no matter how poor or downtrodden you may feel, no matter the mistakes that you've paid penance for in the past, if you want to, you bring value. You can bring something productive into this world and better yourself doing it. Do not let anyone tell you you don't have value in life or in the workplace, especially not the government.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.